Hi everyone, my name is Cynthia. Let's talk books. Don't mind my dog back there. She's looking for things to bark at. But today I want to talk about a very special holiday novella by Adriana Herrera called American Christmas. And I really want to talk about it even though it's a short novella because it just came out and I found the project of it really interesting. So the novella is set in the Dreamers universe that Adriana Herrera has created. I have read the first two books in that series and just have the very last book to read, and I will be once I finish reading that, then I can do a whole series review of it. But again, the novella really struck me as an interesting project here because you start off with a couple, Ari and Yin, who are already in a committed relationship together. They have recently moved in and they're spending their first Christmas together. So this is something that I don't always see in romance books. And you usually the couple meets at the beginning of the story, or if they have a past together, they're reuniting. And it's much more rare, at least in the romance novels that I've read, that the couple is already in a fully formed and committed relationship at the beginning of the story. And as I was reading it, I was really looking for, okay, so what's going to be the point of this novella, right? Like the couple's already together, so what, right? And I found the so what that Herrera answered with to be fantastic, basically, is once we have a committed relationship, that's not the end, right? This is a critique of romance novels that often comes up, and that Adriana Herrera is answering right here, right? Okay, yeah, there's often there are often more hurdles that come to the couple after the relationship is fully formed. And amongst those things are, what do you get each other for Christmas? Especially when it's your first Christmas together. And one of the things that I really loved about Ari and Yin's story is that it felt very real to me because Ari and Yin reminded me a lot of myself and my significant other, where you have two people that are in love with each other and they want to make the other person happy. That's all they care about, is making the other person happy. And that's the energy that they're putting into their gift giving. And of course, that can get people into trouble in a relationship because you still have to communicate. If there's not communication, then some cross communication, miscommunication is going to happen, and that's the conflict in this story. And I just really enjoyed that aspect of it. I think I'm going to end up giving the book 3.5 or 4 stars. It's not a perfect novella, but I thought that this project of studying at in the middle of a story and seeing a couple work together through a problem was just great. This is also a queer novella. It's a male romance, and I really enjoyed having that aspect into it. I'm really just been fascinated by Adriana Herrera's work, and I'm going to keep reading more of her stuff, come back later on with a full review of both the Dreamer series and of just Herrera's work, because I've really been fascinated with romances that deal with topics of social justice and that want to give non-white characters, non-straight characters, so people of color and queer characters, a happy storyline, and these kinds of books have really been feeding my soul lately, and I wanted to be able to share with you all. So if you have recommendations for other writers that really engage in themes of social justice in the romance genre, feel free to leave them down below. If you know other stories, other romance novels where you start off with a couple already in love, let me know down below as well, because I just haven't come across very many of those kinds of books. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.